Chris Rock said it too.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are live and direct for the 84th episode of your favorite nerdy podcast where we talk about everything pop culture, but especially comic books, movies, and anime. That podcast being Comic
X. Weeb! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm your co-host, James, a.k.a. Comics for Cheap, a.k.a. hashtag send it to James, a.k.a. Dave Chappelle's the GOAT. And I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy, Chris, a.k.a. Come on, Dino, hit me with the music. I love it. Black Santa, as always, revere me. A.K.A. Draymond out here kicking people, man. He gonna get suspended. God knows. A.K.A. Super Cold.
Yeah.
What? Water. Sponsored by Deer Park. You need to holler at me. By nobody. We don't got no sponsors. I mean, maybe Deer Park will be here soon. You know, you never know. Somebody gonna be here. Somebody coming. But until then, we are unsullied since 2021.
Unsullied.
Unsullied.
So I'm just doing a little post for us here real quick because I forgot to do it before the show.
Oh, okay.
So just hang on. Bear with me for 2 seconds here.
Yeah, give him some time.
But yeah, so we're here, 84th episode. We're here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Hit that like button, smash it, mash it at that subscribe button, and just come talk shit, join the fun. We have a lot of fun all the time. So here we are. I'm going to post this little thing right here so I can get right into it. We got a lot to talk about this evening. We always kick it off with a little bit of sports, so I'm sure that's what we're going to do this evening. And what you got for us, Chris? What we got?
First thing I was going to say, Ben DiNucci.
Oh, no, not Ben DiNucci.
Anyway.
We're back on Ben DiNucci.
Yo, it's been too long, bro. It's been too long, so I gave my boy some respect, bro. I actually don't know fully what's going on right now. I gotta catch up fully, but I give my boy some respect, man. I'm just throwing it out there. I got that confidence that I'm gonna look after the show's over and be like, yep, they in the maybe the XFL playoffs or whatever the hell's going on, but whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if there is. I don't know what's going on right now. But I'm going to look into it and see about my boy. I'm going to find out they haven't won a single game since 2 weeks ago, last time I saw him. But anyway.
Ben DiNucci. Shout out Ben DiNucci, bro.
What we actually here to talk about right now. Man, I guess we'll kick it off with, kicking it off.
Draymond Green.
Draymond kicked Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings, but
as you saw, kicked, he fucking
exactly.
It was stomped the yard.
What exactly happened?
Look, what I viewed was that Sabonis, that's his name, right? Sabonis, was on the ground, I guess, after going up for either a rebound or a drive, whatever happened. He's on the floor. Draymond is not. It didn't appear that he was doing any kind of step over or disrespectful taunt, or I don't know if maybe they had a little physical collision under the basket, which happens, and it's not anything to get mad about. It's just two dudes going for the ball. So whatever. It didn't look like Draymond was doing anything disrespectful, but Sabonis decided to just grab his whole leg, ankle, whatever, and hold him so that he couldn't move. And then Draymond decides that, oh, you're going to do that? Well, let me just stomp the yard real quick and just all of my weight on the one kick right in the chest, gut, rib area where just right in the meaty area of the torso. And I think he got a technical for sure. I don't know if he got thrown out or anything. I don't know what happened after that. But Yeah, I was cracking up. But I don't expect. Look, if I were to just grab someone's leg randomly while they're like running off or like trying to get back to the other side of the course, I don't expect not to get kicked. Yeah. Personally, if I'm doing some shit like that, especially if they ain't even like, if they ain't being disrespectful, if they're doing the Allen Iverson step over or something like that, yeah, I'm gonna grab your leg, try to flip you or something ridiculous. Yeah, look, you gonna be disrespectful, I'm gonna be disrespectful. But if you're initiating the disrespect, then you gotta expect some retaliation. I don't know.
All right, okay. Well, I will say this: if you are my star player, I don't care what he's doing. You better not flip him over so I lose you. You better keep your cool and win the damn series. Then you can talk all the shit you want to do or handle that shit off the court where you can guarantee get that shit handled.
What's up, Nerdspo? Nerdspo says the AI step over was fire.
It was.
Of course. It's
but here's the thing, though. One, they've been going back and forth since the series started. They've been going back and forth for a while. Draymond was actually held in the first game too. But in this particular game, he held his knee. Draymond was trying to just go. He held his knee. I'm fine with everything you said. My issue is, though, Draymond should have been way smarter. I understand Draymond's upset about how everything's going, but Draymond is already in a bad situation in general in that organization after he put Jordan Poole to sleep before the season even started. And the Golden State Warriors are looking for a reason to get rid of him. Yeah. It's very obvious they're looking to get rid of him. And this doesn't help because he loses his cool. He kicks this dude. Don't get me wrong. Sabonis completely sold that shit as if he got killed. This dude's screaming, he's clapping the pavement. And I'm thinking, God, he could have died on the court. Like,
dude was lying on the floor for like 5 minutes, bro.
Oh, God. I'm like, dude, it wasn't that bad.
The other thing, Draymond played it like off, like he was just trying to get out of the hold, which was pretty slick. I mean, not slick enough because he still got called for foul. But I mean, you can't full step on someone and also play it off like you're trying to tiptoe out of it. So he didn't even give it like his full weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So Sabonis sold the shit out of it. But here's the thing: Sabonis got a technical. Draymond got kicked out, and then the Warriors went on to lose that game. So now they're down 2-0 in this series. So the defending champions are not looking like they're in trouble. And this Kings team, which a lot of people was like, oh, the Warriors are going to destroy them. No, they're not. Like, I was telling people at my job, I was like, bro, this Kings team is legit. Like, they're a pretty good, young, hungry team. Don't you sleep on these boys. They can put in some work. And if the Warriors don't play these boys as hard as possible, the Warriors are going to be going home. They ain't going to be the defending chance anymore. But the issue I had with Draymond was, one, not only do you do this and you get yourself kicked out, which is obviously going to get kicked out, you do this with Adam Silver, the freaking head guy of the NBA in the stadium. He's watching the game. You know Adam Silver's there. So why would you make sure? And then he does even more stupidity because he goes on the sideline before while he's basically getting kicked out the game, and he's amping the fans up. He's cursing with the fans. He's going at the fans, amping these dudes up in Sacramento. So they're giving him the finger. He's screaming at them. Why would you do any of that?
Why not? It's playoffs, baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
and your team is down 2-0. Exactly. It is playoffs. And you're getting kicked out of a game in a serious situation. This ain't the regular season. This is the playoff. True. Exactly.
True.
Why would you do that in the playoffs, James?
Oh, I'd be talking shit to the fans for sure.
Yeah, but for sure. You get yourself kicked out of a game?
Depends if someone's grabbing my leg. I don't know.
Well, you see, and that right there is why I'll be trading your ass too. Because I need my players on the court, not getting kicked out of games. I need you helping me win games. We trying to keep championships, bro, not get you kicked out and us lose games. And it's not all the blame on Draymond, but I'm just saying Draymond just, it's
let's be real here because situation. Draymond Green
but
is a little bit
the same guy who got kicked out of the NBA Finals. Remember that too?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, but let's be real. Draymond ain't like the make it or break it player on Golden State. Like, so, if next time he's got to kick him in the face too, hey, I say go for it.
And that's part of the reason why Draymond is upset, because, he was a member of the Big Three. And obviously now that ain't the case anymore. The Big Three is look like it's now Jordan, Poole, Curry, and Steph. I mean, not Curry and Steph. Obviously, Curry and Clay. Clay.
Yeah, Clay.
Curry and Clay.
Yeah, pool party over here. Putting up some numbers. Golly.
But the problem is, though, like, the Warriors are in trouble. This Kings team is legit. They are young. They have nothing to lose. And they are going at the Warriors hard.
Yeah, Nerds Pub says that Kings look tight together. And then he also says, don't say Ron Artest to the mirror 3 times or he comes out in the playoffs.
For real, man. It's just a crazy situation, man. And outside of that, it's just I
said Ron Artest is like Candyman. Don't say his name.
Dude, Ron Artest, and being a Laker fan, Ron Artest is just like, he is the weirdest guy Laker we've ever had. Like, Ron Artest is just something else. This is the same guy. Ron Artest kicked the dude in the chest one time during a fast break. Literally just put his feet up, just kicked my man in the chest. I was just like, and then he pretended as if nothing happened. I'm just like, Ron, you're going to, okay. But this is the same guy who, after the Detroit brawl, went to the back and he was like, you think we're going to get in trouble for that?
Yeah. Nah, bro.
You'll be okay. Steven Jackson's response, he's like, hell yeah, we're going to get in trouble for that. Like, what? He was like, he paused and looked down and was like, yeah, we're going to get in trouble for that, bro. We'd be lucky if we still in the league. Right. I love Ron Artest. Meta World Peace.
You see the I heard recently while we're talking about the NBA, they're talking about getting rid of charging as a foul, offensive foul, that they're just going to take that off the table.
I heard rumors, but I doubt they'll do that.
That's what I was saying. I was like, are you out of your mind? Like they were like charging as a last resort ploy by the defense to plant down and just take the charge. It's like, no, sometimes them motherfuckers coming in on the drive that are just like, they need to make a move. They can't just run you over and get to the basket or like just lower the shoulder. This ain't football. They gotta do a crossover. They gotta around the back between the legs. They gotta spin around. They gotta do something. They can't just punch you in the jaw and then go up for the layup. You know what I mean?
Every that will increase injuries too. If you take away the charge, then guys can literally just run a person over. Or unless you just want no defense to happen then, because then guys are like, oh, I ain't going to get ran over. I'm just going to move out the way and let you just dunk. Like, nah, I see no way the NBA would ever be like, yeah, let's get rid of that. That's a good idea. Nah, I heard rumors too, but I don't think it's legit. I don't think the NBA plan on doing that.
Yeah, the charge call is always so epic. Yeah, I mean, like, because it takes some some guts to not react to someone coming through the lane and just lowering the shoulder and hitting you in the chest, basically.
Right.
I mean, I've been called for charging quite a few times when I was playing basketball, and every time I would get mad. But it's just, I'd be like, "That's bullshit." I'd be so fucking furious. Oh my gosh. But I mean, it's the rule. The rule is the rule. I should have gone around them, and they did a good job of just establishing their presence in the lane and just keeping their hands up. So I think you're right. I think it would definitely increase a lot of injuries if they took away the charge call. It's just because if I wasn't worried about charge, if I wasn't worrying about charging, I'd be jumping from the halfway from the free throw line every time. It wouldn't even matter.
Exactly, because then Giannis, who's already, in my opinion, of course, everybody knows Steph's my favorite player, but Giannis is the best player in the world. You take away the charge, Giannis is going to average like 100 points a game, bro. Like, no one's going to be able to even stop this dude, which you can't even stop him now without, he got hurt, unfortunately, in the first game. We'll see how that goes with his back. But this dude's on no charge anymore, bro. You can't stop this guy. He's just going to eat everybody alive for the rest of eternity.
Nerds Pub says the way the ref always gets into it gets me fired up.
Dude,
yeah, they're always like,
thing, bro. I would super. I'll be like, I'll be going crazy, bro. I'll be going hell, bro.
That's funny, but yeah, these NBA players who really can jump from like the free throw line and go for the layup. Yeah, that's all they'll do.
Yeah,
it don't matter if you touch them; it's a foul if you take the charge away.
Yeah.
So they'll just be like, okay, well, let me take 2 steps, jump towards the basket, and go for the layup. And like whatever you do, if my body hits you, it's a foul. Like, come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's gonna cost. That would cost so many issues. But yeah, outside of that, it's just the NBA playoffs has been fun. It's just started, obviously, but it's been fun. I'm enjoying the Knicks got a good win. Hopefully, they can win tonight too. And it's been fun. Lakers got to win. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been fun. But you told me hockey got their stuff going, huh?
Hockey started last night. Carolina Hurricanes won their game, which I'm excited about. Rangers are playing the Devils tonight, actually, like right now. So I don't want to hear anything about the score because I paused it about halfway through to come do this podcast. I'm dedicated. Okay, I'm dedicated. But yeah, no, the real game that happened last night, though, like, or what I say, like the most exciting game was the Oilers versus the Los Angeles Kings. They're teamed up against each other, and that game was insane. And you know what? Part of me really hopes that Connor McDavid finally gets his cup. But part of me hopes that Connor McDavid puts up the most numbers in a season and then gets fucking beat down in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah, no, like, okay, just to put it in perspective. So McDavid got over 150 points this season. Okay. So if you're doing good in the NHL, you've got like 30 goals, 30 assists for a total of 60 points. This dude has 150 points this season. Wild. Woo. Like absolutely wild. So obviously best player in the league. He's insane. But did nothing in the playoffs game last night and got beat by the LA Kings, who came back, by the way, down 3-1 and won the game.
Oh, that hurts. That's good. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. When you're the star and that happens, dude, the media will rip you apart.
The media probably will rip him apart. I mean, there are multiple stars on the team, but he is the star of the NHL right now. So, like, he is the one.
So but yeah, make sure his team don't lose the series.
He's gotta. Yeah. But it would be pretty funny if they get beat out in the first round. Because, I don't know. There's just a part of me that kind of hopes that happens. I mean, you know how Canada is about hockey. They're fucking crazy. So, of course, they were upset with a few of the referee calls and whatever, and how the game ended, of course, they were upset. I've never seen this before, ever. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but I've never actually seen it. That, like, nachos, popcorn, beer cans, they were throwing everything on the ice at the end of the game. And the Kings had to, like, hurry off the ice after they won. Because, like,
that's happened in basketball and football, but yeah, interesting.
I've never seen it for hockey. Maybe I've just not seen the game that has happened in, but I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, they were just going off, bro. It was crazy.
But I know hockey has like the hat trick where they throw hats on the thing before, right?
Right, yeah. So if you get 3 goals in a game.
Yeah, not like this.
Yeah. If you get 3 goals in a game, it's a hat trick. Usually if it happens on home ice, for sure, hats are coming on the ice. They'll have to pause the game. They get people out there to sweep up the hats and put them in big trash cans that they take to a designated place for you to collect your hat if you want to at the end of the game.
That is so funny, though.
Yeah, which is hilarious. I've been at a game of a hat trick where I've seen someone take the hat off someone else and throw it on the ice. That shit cracked me up so fucking much. I was like, I cannot believe that he just did that and he's not going to get punched in the face for it. Because I'd be like, what the fuck? You just took my hat off my head.
For real. And that's awesome. But I think that the fans throwing the food and drinks, that's too much, though. I never agree with it in football or basketball. When it happens. Obviously, it's rare, but when it does happen, I never agree with it because it's dangerous. It's disgusting. It's not cool whatsoever.
I mean, you're ruining it for your own.
Times where players almost went ham, and obviously Ron Artest actually went ham talking to him earlier.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's not cool.
No, and like it happened in Edmonton, so it's in Canada. Yeah. So you're on your own home ice. So your own home stadium like caretakers are the ones who have to clean this shit up anyway. It's not like you're doing it at an away stadium where you're like, oh yeah, fuck Boston. You just throw stuff on their ice or something because that's acceptable. But
because you said Boston, I'm talking about this message. Yeah, it's extremely acceptable.
But they're doing it on their own, like in their own house, and they have to go. They're back. The way the NHL is that they play 2 games at home, 2 games away. So this is the first game, so they're going to be back there are 2 nights after. So it's like, god damn, bro, like come on.
Yeah,
it's just kind of ridiculous.
It is.
Nerds Pub says Capitals were so depressing to watch this season. I was so happy that they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, Nerds Pub, but that's just how I am. I'm a Rangers fan, so it is what it is. And with the Capitals, I'm not a Ovechkin fan at all. I know it was like they had one of the biggest playoff streaks in the NHL. I'm pretty sure that got broken because I know the 3 biggest playoff streaks all got broken. It was Pittsburgh Penguins, Washington Capitals, and then someone else I can't remember. But all 3 of them didn't make the playoffs this year. Which was a little crazy, but
it is, especially when it comes to Pittsburgh. Those Penguins are usually always there. I'm always hearing about
always.
So,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Vinyl Dragons in the house? What's going on?
The Dragon.
He says, Black Santa, I have some venting to do about comics. You won't believe what happened. I don't even know what happened, so I'm excited to hear about this.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't know. I could have done any number of things. Who knows? But yeah, so I know the Rangers are playing tonight. But yeah, I'm so excited for hockey. Hockey playoffs. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it shows your dedication being up here. It shows my dedication as well. The love we got for y'all. My Knicks are playing. I'm a Laker fan, but being a New Yorker, I love seeing the Knicks do well. So I'm missing that. But it's all good. Unfortunately, I'm not. I got it hooked up like Dino. I'm gonna have to watch some highlights and rewatch this game another time. I don't got it paused. Good job. That was smart thinking right there.
I just happen to have YouTube TV. Is what we use for TV is YouTube TV. Hey, yo, YouTube TV, if you want to sponsor us, it's cool. No, YouTube TV, and they just happen to they play most of the NHL playoffs, so we just have it set to like record because you are able to with YouTube TV, just the regular subscription, and so I'm able to record the NHL playoffs, which is pretty cool. So I do like that.
It is pretty cool.
But otherwise, usually I watch the NHL on the ESPN app because we have like the Disney bundle, which includes the ESPN app. So that's where I go for it.
Okay, there we go. So that was good.
Oh yeah. Anything else sports-wise we want to get into?
Nah, I think we're pretty much good. Good shout out. Jalen Hurts signed a very new contract. He's the highest paid quarterback annually in NFL history. So good for him. The Eagles.
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Who?
Ain't he the Eagles quarterback?
Yeah. I'm just fucking around. I know they won. I know they won recently, but I'm still like, come on.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't win. They lost in the Super Bowl, but they got there.
No, well, I mean, they also won a Super Bowl recently, and they had that crazy season this last season.
He didn't win a Super Bowl, so he don't got no ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he won part of that.
What the fuck is he doing getting the highest paid contract?
Because he brought them to the Super Bowl. And, he's good for, according to them, he's great for the organization.
One time?
Bro, there's a lot of players who never even sniffed the Super Bowl. They great players, yo. It ain't easy to get there, bro. It's hard. I mean, props to him for getting there. You know what I'm saying? He's still lost.
I'm just being an asshole. So you say he was the only one on the team that went to the Super Bowl? No, I'm just fucking around. No, I'm just being a dick because it's like I look at like these huge, and I know Patrick Mahomes is getting paid well, but it's like, so why isn't Patrick Mahomes getting a contract like that?
I mean, because it ain't time for his contract. His contract ain't about to expire, and Jalen Hurts was almost expired. It was on the next season would have been the last year. So it's basically they signed it before he signed his new contract before his contract expired. That's what good owners do. Yeah. But when you got owners like Jerry Jones who waits to the last minute, I'm not saying he's a bad owner. Maybe I am. And when you got
maybe I am.
What you did when you got what the Ravens did to Lamar Jackson, you question things. But yeah, shout out to Jalen Hurts. Happy he got his deal. He got $110 million, $110 million put in his pocket right when he signed that damn thing. That's impressive. So good for him.
Vinyl Dragon is explaining what I did. So here we go. So first off, I was invited to see Ant-Man by Comics and his lovely wife. When we get there, he tells the ticket person that if I qualify for a senior discount, then we go in. He says, I'll get us some popcorn and drinks. And he walks out, he grabs a tub and 2 cups out of the trash to get free refills. Yo, what's the worry? The people drank with a straw, the popcorn was free. Yo, okay, all right, that's hilarious. First of all, none of that actually happened. But second of all, this is actually when I worked for a movie theater.
Yep.
This is in my teens, so I've got plenty of movie theater stories. But when I would go to watch a movie, 100% I would go into the trash, get a bucket and a large drink thing, go wash them out in the bathroom in the sink, and then take them to the front and get popcorn and a soda and go watch my movie for free, because I would get free tickets to see movies, and it was I think it was half off on concessions, but I don't want to pay any concessions, so I get my popcorn and my soda. So yeah, I legit would do that shit.
Yep,
I would get that. I would dig that shit out of the trash.
Yep,
wash it out and go get my free shit. But yeah, no, none of that
happened.
You
did that to the Dragon? How could you?
Look, I'm not saying that I've never gotten child tickets for someone else before, but I have. So look, Vinyl Dragon, I'm just trying to help you out, bro. Pay less with the senior discount.
You gonna go see your discount stuff, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
See, look. Why did the person working the register not even question the senior discount? Bro? That's my question. That's what I'm trying to bring up here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, they were like, oh, for sure he's a senior. Like they were like, there was not even let me see your AARP card, let me see your ID. Nah, there was just oh yeah, this dude is definitely in his 70s. Let's fucking get him a senior discount.
They was waiting for him to call him young man. Yeah,
young man. You
got popcorn, young man.
Oh, here we go. Then during the movie, as soon as Ken comes out, he yelled out #canceled.
Oh no! I guess that's a good transition to get to that, man. Well, hold on, man. Yo, what? Damn, James. Damn. That man already going through it. You gonna do him like that?
I'm gonna do him like that. Apparently, I don't know. According to Vinyl Dragon, apparently that's how I did my man Jonathan Majors. Shit. Well, we might as well talk about him while we're talking about him.
Transition into it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. So apparently Jonathan Majors dropped by his publicist / agent due to the fallout of this arrest for domestic violence, which has since been backpedaled, and really nothing has come of. This is the first thing I've heard about Jonathan Majors since he was initially arrested.
Yeah, I've just been hearing that he's been losing different roles every here and there. And different ads has been cutting him more and more. I've been hearing that. And I know there was a rumor that this one was this one is a rumor, but it would seem the one that I feel really bad about is that I guess he went out to try to play for Dennis Rodman, but played a role as Dennis Rodman in some upcoming movie or biology, whatever it's supposed to be. But he was supposed to play a role, and he looks like he was going to get it. And then the rumors he got cut from that. And I'm just damn. And I'm just hearing all these other roles he's getting cut from, and these ads are dropping him. I'm just like, God, man, you would think that he was 100% guilty.
Right.
It's
we
just
haven't
crazy.
even had a trial yet.
That's what I'm saying. And all I heard was the lady backpedaled and said that, she no longer wants to press charge or whatever the case may be. I don't know now. I don't know what's going on, but it seemed that they're just like, everybody just basically saying, yep, screw it, get rid of him. Because there's a lot of rumors going on that Marvel already has a backup plan if they have to cut him. I'm like, wow.
That's not a surprise. I'm sure they had contingencies for things regardless of anything that had happened already.
I think this really triggered when, unfortunately the passing of Black Panther. Chadwick, when he passed, I think that's what probably made them say, okay,
which is why backup plans. They also insure actors. So if like something happened to them while stuff's going on, they insure them for the price. Like especially big stars who are doing, especially like let's say Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible, he's insured for a ridiculous amount of money because he does all his own stunts because he's crazy. And so like if he were to get hurt, killed, hopefully not, but if that were to happen while he was doing the filming and they couldn't finish the movie, then like the movie or it's insured for the amount of money or whatever. So they don't lose a ridiculous amount of money. Like if they're 75% of the way shooting, that's a lot of money put into the movie already. So they're insured for that. So yeah, I can see Disney having contingency plans already set in place regardless of this happening. But now that it has happened, I'm sure that they're looking at, okay, well, what could
that was
we
the
do
issue with
if
it
gets worse? Right.
Yeah, that was the issue with The Rock too, because when he wrestled against John Cena, he ended up getting hurt at one of the WrestleManias years back, and I think he was doing the Hercules movie at that point in time, and when he got hurt, they didn't have him insured, and that caused a lot of issues. And then moving forward, The Rock was insured for every other movie, and he hasn't been at a wrestling event since.
I was going to say, he should definitely be insured
since then, because that's been the issue. Because they was like, bro, this ain't happening again, and it really hurt the Hercules movie because they had to push a lot of stuff back because he got hurt.
Yeah, and the Hercules movie wasn't that great, so it's not.
No, I mean The Rock. All The Rock movies are not great. I love The Rock, but all his movies.
Hey, Jumanji was pretty awesome. Okay.
Look, I'm not saying he got bad movies. I'm just saying he got some. You got the Jumanjis, and you got some good stuff that he does, and you also have the Tooth Fairy. I mean,
I was just about to say Tooth Fairy, bro. Oh my god. I was literally about to say Tooth Fairy. That's amazing.
Not everything is a beggar, bro.
That's awesome. Okay, we got some comments to catch up on here. Rob says, I take a popcorn tub from the trash, squish it, go back and ask for a new one because someone stepped on it. It works every time. That's just big brain thinking right there. That saves you $10 every time. Vinyl Dragon says, he's finishing up here. I almost forgot. I was going to get some M&Ms and he said, nah, I got you, bro. Hands me a hot bag out of his pocket. Something called Mms. They weren't even the real thing.
What?
I was about to say, bro, I literally do take a bag of peanut M&Ms with me into the movie theaters these days, but that shit is cracking me up, dude. He's got me nailed down. And I can't even say nothing to defend myself here. He just knows who I am as a person. Oh, that's funny. Nerds Pub says, that's great, Robert. That's funny. Rob says, if Marvel drops him, we damn sure better get a Kevin Hart Kang in the MCU.
Yes. All the heroes will be looking down at Kang now.
I don't see Marvel dropping him.
I don't either.
Not
unless
yet.
He was to be convicted. I don't see that.
Yeah. Unless it were to come out where he was like really doing some crazy shit, which we still don't know what happened.
Or if a video comes out of him actually slapping her, then they're gonna drop him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we still don't know what actually happened. If that shit were to come out, then maybe we should consider dropping him. But it's nothing has really come of it so far. So it's just like, it's funny that he gets dropped by. It's not like people aren't going to be lined up to represent Jonathan Majors. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
especially
hoping so.
Hollywood is like
Yeah,
such a vulture culture that it's
of
just
course.
like, he's already got phone calls, emails, whatever. Oh, I'll represent you. Oh, I'll be your agent. I'll be your
Yeah,
publicist. No problem. And
right.
it's just like it's just funny that this publicist firm or agent or whoever, whatever, it drops him
Which
thinking
apparently,
that
I
it's
think that agency represents one of the other people, somebody else who plays in the Ant-Man movie. I can't think of who, but it was somebody else who plays in there that they represented.
okay. And they're like, oh, this is gonna make a difference.
Yeah, yeah, for real. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think you're right on that. That there's gonna be people lined up, and I definitely hope that's like because this dude he was on fire, man. All these roles was lined up after coming off of again, yeah, the
He was
Ant-Man
on
movie
fire.
sucked, but he didn't suck. He was good. He was
Right.
the highlight of that crappy ass movie. But coming off of the Creed movie, which was a good movie, a lot of people like that. And he was a good anti-hero if you want to look at it, or a villain, however you want to look at him. But hell, his anger in that movie is 100% justified. So you can look at him as a hero if you want to. But either way, that came off good. He was looked at as very popular, and he was on fire. And then the
He had
littlest,
that
not
Creed
littlest,
movie.
but
I know he
one
had that like war
change.
movie that came out. And then I mean, obviously he had shows that he was doing. I can't remember which show it was, but
Tons of
the dude was
commercials.
like in everything. He had the commercials.
Yeah.
I've seen him like every other commercial.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't know.
Yeah, let's hope. I hope he bounced back, and this just goes away.
For sure. For sure. Let's see what else we got. I need to look up a trailer. Apparently, we do have the Penguin teaser trailer. Apparently, dropped for HBO. But before we get to that, apparently they're making a spin-off of Sonic TV show about Knuckles. Have you heard about this?
No, I have not heard about that. No.
I haven't heard about this either, but apparently it's been greenlit. It's in production or like pre-production. And I don't know how I feel about that, dude. I don't know.
I like Knuckles. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be based off the movie?
Yeah, so
Or
it's
is it
being done by the
okay?
same people as that did the movie.
But is it a
Or the
continuation of the
two.
movie?
I would assume so.
Okay.
If it's being done by the same people.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, no. I mean, to be fair though, it could be different because, just like video games, you can have a company work on something similar, but it's not. So it could be something different. It's just I don't know, but hopefully it is. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll wait to see.
It's just a weird
let's just wait to see. I like Knuckles.
We're gonna have a spin-off and it's gonna be Knuckles. So is it gonna be like, because Knuckles is not necessarily like, a good guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say he is in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah,
considering
he
he's
is.
part of
Oh,
Sonic's
okay.
crew. Yeah, he's part of Sonic's crew, and in most of the crazy comics or
Is he the
video
orange
games,
one?
Knuckles is part of Sonic's crew. They're the same. They're their team.
He's the orange one, right?
Knuckles is the red one.
Red one.
Yes.
Why am I?
Shadow would be the one who is the
must be
anti-hero
mistaken
if you
of.
want to look at it. And that's the black one. And then I guess the orange one is Tails, if you want to look at it that way.
No, I know. Yeah, I know Tail. Oh, okay. I must be mistaken. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because Knuckles is the red one.
Okay. He said Shadow is the evil. Of course, he's the black one.
Right? Like that's some old racist. Nah. Why come the black one has to be the one who's the evil one? That's cool. Yeah,
well, I'm just saying that Disney got in some trouble. Like it wasn't recently at all, but that people were like, "Bro, how come every time it's a darker skinned character that's the evil one? It don't matter if they're from the same country or nothing. Like Jafar was darker skinned than Aladdin, or like even like Ursula being darker skinned than Little Mermaid." You go through the whole thing. It's just like, bro, I don't know. But now we're talking about
King
Shadow.
Blue. They was like King with blue. They were like, nah, let's turn them black. Word. Word. Okay. All right, that's cool. I got you.
They're like, we just had a purple character, Thanos, so blue is just too similar. Let's just keep him black.
Instead of black, yeah, black guy. Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's ridiculous. Oh
It
my
is.
gosh. And then another TV show. We do have to talk about this because this actually I'm so confused about. So HBO has also decided that they're going to do a Harry Potter television series.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that garbage. I care less.
Where they're just going to remake the regular ass 7 books just as a show, and each season be a book or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even though J.K. Rowling, which however you want to feel about her or not, she has like adamantly expressed that she doesn't want to remake the Harry Potter series in any media, and yet I guess they flashed enough money for her, and now she's executive producer for this Harry Potter HBO television series that's coming out.
I thought they said they didn't even want to have input from her.
Well, she is executive producer on the show, is what they're saying right now.
Because I remember,
which may just mean that she's just putting up the money for it.
Input from her.
Well, the bitch wrote the whole fucking series, so they got to take some input.
But yeah, I get it. But negativity and stuff. So.
Whether or not it's from her mouth or from the words written on the page, they're taking some input from this woman.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like we had the movies. Like, it hasn't been that long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the first movie came out in 2001, 1999, 2000. It was early. I know it was like, it ain't been that, it's been 20 years since the first one. It's not like we're remaking a Universal Monsters picture from the 1960s or something. We're remaking something from 20 years ago. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. And if we were going to do like a series based in that universe, there are so many other cool things. This is exactly like what we were talking about the Star Wars and what we could go into for Star Wars. There are so many other cool things that we could do if we're going to make a TV series. We could go into the life and origin of of Voldemort, the Dark Wizard in that series. We could talk about like Dumbledore, who has been around for like 150 years or whatever, or that Nicholas Flamel dude who was like 800 years old. And then, like, there's so much other cool stuff that they could talk about. Or even like Harry's parents and call it like the Marauders and talk about the 4 of them and their adventures at Hogwarts or whatever. It don't have to be the same. Like, we're just gonna, I don't know. The series is gonna come out. It's gonna be like, wow, I know exactly what's gonna happen because we not only read the books 20 something years ago, but we also watched the movies 20 something years ago. And it's not like they were not popular.
Yeah. They could have even go to the video games timeline too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just go like give us something that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you, man. It's really dumb. It's really dumb. And I saw a lot of people were not happy about it and was like, nah, we don't want this shit.
Mikey's comic says no one likes Harry's parents. All right, well, it don't have to be Harry's parents. Well, I'm just spitballing ideas here, okay?
Yeah.
Don't have to specifically be Harry's parents. He's like, no one likes those motherfuckers. Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Rob says if Mario hits 1 billion, we're going to have nothing but video game movies for the next decade. I'm talking Dig Dug, Hubert, Frogger, the whole 9 yards. Hell yeah. Bro, what a time to be alive, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you already know not only are they doing a sequel for Super Mario Brothers, for sure. Like, that is 100% guaranteed. Mm-hmm. But also, you know they're going to start digging into other video game things because we just talked about this with The Last of Us being such a hit. We've had Tomb Raider. We've had Resident Evil.
The Sonic movies did overall well.
Mm-hmm. So recently, I mean, this is just in the past couple of years, we've had all of these either shows or movies. 100% they're going to start digging in. I mean, there was a fucking Tetris movie, for God's sakes, that just came out. Okay? It was an R-rated fucking... like, what the fuck are they doing with those Tetris blocks that it's an R-rated movie? Okay?
Good point. I don't know.
I want to know what holes they're filling with that long Tetris block.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Yep. I want to know. But I'm just saying, if Tetris gets a fucking movie, I wouldn't be surprised if Frogger and Dig Dug get a movie.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to go into the video game world for that, because video game is an art, and like it's a storytelling art that I feel like, doesn't get enough respect in that aspect, that they can tell stories and great stories that you're playing through. And 100%, like I could totally see an Assassin's Creed. I think they did an Assassin's Creed, didn't they?
Yeah, that one sucked, and they rushed that. But an
so
actual Assassin's Creed one,
a better Assassin's Creed or God of War or whatever. I mean, we're getting Mortal Kombat 2. I think that was just announced.
Yeah.
They have. I mean, there's so much material there that 100% they're going to start digging into that. I don't see Mario hitting $1 billion though. I think it's going to top around 600 million. But
yeah, there's a lot of websites saying that Mario can hit $1 billion. There's a shitload of stories talking about that. But I'm with you. I don't think it
Hold on, let's see. What is it at? Mario movie gross. Let's see. Oh shit! It's already past 600 million. It's already grossed almost 700 million.
There's a lot of websites. I still don't know if it can, but there's a lot of websites talking about it. Yeah, that it can hit $1 billion.
Let me just say that I am 100% wrong on that one. It could hit $1 billion.
It could.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Lionel Dragon says it's been long enough that quite a few people are dead from that, like Alan Rickman, Robbie Coltrane, and Richard Harris. Yeah, you don't have to make me sad, Ruben. Jesus Christ. He's like, oh yeah, people are dying that used to be in that movie. Like, I know, bro. God,
I know.
Fuck.
I wouldn't think about it, but I know.
Yeah, dude, it was making me feel old, and I know it makes you feel old. Shit.
Old and seeing at discounts and shit.
Oh my god, Mikey Comics, what the hell? This is crazy. He said, I see a movie about the Longbottoms getting straight tortured for 2 hours. This is in reference to a new Harry Potter movie. In the books, the Longbottom parents were tortured into insanity. And he says he wants a movie just about that. That's kind of crazy.
Unfortunately, in today's society, I don't think you're getting that movie, bud.
But you keep dreaming. You could write it.
You can dream. You can write it yourself. Hey man, maybe you'll get lucky somehow and be able to make a Winnie the Pooh thing,
Mario, he says Mario, at 700 million already 2 weeks in. That's kind of crazy. I still haven't seen it yet, so it's still going to get my money for sure. I think this week we're going to see it finally.
Okay.
We just haven't had time. Mikey also says we need to grant that Auto movie / universe. Paperboy the movie. Mikey Comics, God of War is coming to Amazon. Oh shit, I didn't even know. So there you go. So God of War has already been announced apparently to Amazon. Amazon jumping on the train. That's man.
And hey, if it does well, then it can potentially get a legit, theatrical movie event type of situation. So,
for sure.
That's interesting, though. Yeah, it is. I didn't know that neither. So that is interesting.
Mikey Comics says it's not even out in Japan yet. Are we talking about the Mario movie?
Oh, wow. Right? It's not out in Japan yet?
Why wouldn't it be out in Japan yet?
If that's the case, then it's going to hit it.
Oh, for sure. First of all, let's just put it this way. It's all on the internet, so Japan has seen it. But I find it hard to believe that they wouldn't release, that Nintendo wouldn't release a movie in Japan. Even I figured that they would release it.
It's Nintendo and it's Mario, which is the #1 grossing video game of all time.
Yeah.
And it's not in Japan, which is the king of video game finance. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. Is that true? Is it not in Japan yet?
He says not until next weekend.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna crush it. Never mind. It's gonna do it. It's gonna crush it.
Oh Jesus! Here we go, bruh. Lionel Dragon says, sad is halfway through Ant-Man and you leaning over to tell me how hot MODOK would look in a dress.
God damn, Dino, what are you doing? What are you talking about, bro?
I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I don't know.
Hey, God, man, what was you sipping on, man? What you had in those drinks, man?
You know what?
Yeah.
It was probably just cherry Coke. I don't know, but someone may have slipped something in the drink. I'm not sure.
I had that same shit I was sipping on when we were working at PetSmart. Damn, bro.
Bro, y'all don't even want to. That was gasoline that I was sipping on when I was working at PetSmart, bro. That shit was like
damn day, bro.
You know, like fire eaters, how they just like breathe fire, they just spit into stuff. Bro, I could do that at 5 a.m. I could do that at PetSmart, bro. My breath was all alcohol. That was no joke.
All alcohol.
I can say that now that I'm no longer employed by PetSmart.
Exactly. Oh my God, that's great, though.
That's ridiculous. No, thank you, Final Dragon, for spilling my secrets like that. I don't appreciate you telling everybody how much I want to see MODOK in it. MODOK, it was a female character in the comics called Modam. So there was that. So maybe I just want to see Modam represented on the screen. How about that? You ever think about that? How about cancel Vinyl Dragon, bro, for not having equal representation in the movies? Get that shit out of here. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dragon for that. Oh my God.
That's absurd. You know what? Your bigotry is going to have me block you on YouTube.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah, that actually makes me wonder. Have you read any good comics lately?
Comics?
Yeah.
I've been reading. I told you I've recently been going back and reading
Daredevil one.
Yeah.
Before that, anything outside of that?
Not so much recently.
Why,
you been reading something good?
No, it's just it's just different stories in general. Has just been been some interesting stuff. There's a lot of things that's been going on.
And you see everyone freaking out about Spider-Boy that just came out?
Yeah, I have seen people freaking out about that.
Even though we've had like 3 or 4 Spider-Boys before?
I know. I know. That's the part I'm a little confused about. I mean, we've had Spider-Boy,
super confused.
Girl. I'm like, I don't know. So, but
so good. Like what? And like it was just so mind blowing because in my little niche or field of it, everyone's talking about the speculation and the selling of the comic itself. And how like it's going to be the next big thing. He's the new Miles Morales. It's selling for like $40 week 1. Yeah. Not even out yet. It's selling for $40.
Right.
You're sitting there like, bro, we've had Spider-Boy. What makes you think like this is the Spider-Boy that's going to make it? Like, I'm just
it's a hot new thing, and it's Spider-Man. So
I guess, man.
They're gonna go super crazy.
What else can we name? We've had Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man, Spider this, Spider that. What can we get something else?
Get spider tonsils, spider wallpaper, spider toilet tissue, toilet tissue man. Web to shoot toilet tissue at you, but it's a Spider-Man now. So
it's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Spider Deer Park.
I just can't keep up with all the Spider characters to begin with.
Definitely with all the different versions, not just normally the versions that happened before the multiverse stuff started happening. It was already a bunch of Spider-Mans from the Bens and like Ben Raleighs and all that crap to begin with. And then now you got all these different multiverse versions of them and all these different events that happen to lead to this. It's just crazy.
I agree. And I don't think that anyone should spend their money on it. I didn't like publicly bash it or anything on Instagram. I've just been like kind of watching and silently judging people who buy these books for like $40.
Yeah.
But like someone asked me if I was mad because I made like a little joke because I posted a book where like a Spider-Boy where Miles and Spider-Gwen had a baby together, and like I think they had 2 babies, but it was Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, but it was an alternate universe. But I posted that and I was like, look, it's the actual first appearance of Spider-Boy. And if you want to go even further back, you can go to the Superboy Spider-Man like combination from Amalgam Comics, which was also called Spider-Boy.
Those were some crazy situations too, man. Oh my god, the Wolverine. Oh my god, yeah.
The Dark Claw, the Wolverine and Batman. That shit was wild too. But yeah, so it's like, and someone was like, "Oh, are you just mad that you didn't get copies?" And I was like, "No, I haven't bought a modern comic in a long time. Like it's been years. So no, I'm not mad actually. But thank you."
Right.
But yeah, no, it's just cracking me up, dude, that people were getting this emotional about a comic book.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is, man.
They getting in their feelings, bro.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because it's Spider-Man. You want to see this about a new Batman? Yeah, Bat Boy over here.
I mean, God, again, I mean, Batman is the same situation though, with all the crazy different Batmans there is. So you know.
Rob says they are waiting for the school session to end for the Mario release in Japan. Okay. Is school that serious in Japan? That
yes.
They gotta wait?
Yes, it is. Yes, no, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. All right. So there you go. They're waiting for school to end so that they can release Mario. Okay. So Vinyl Dragon also says comics before I forget. Flash should start screening next week. I'll keep checking to see if anything local pops up. Hit me up, bro. I'll be there. I'll be there with a bag full of knockoff M&Ms in my pocket and a can of Voodoo Ranger in my other pocket. We'll get it popping, bro. We'll be sitting there making fun of Ezra Miller the entire time. I swear to God.
Oh man, I'm angry that y'all gonna do that, and I'm just left right on out. That's black, yo, some racist motherfucker. But no, before I forget, because I want us to talk about it, because it got me pumped up. I want to talk about some comic stuff, but no, before I forget about it, God knows, Justice League.
Let's talk about it.
Some of your favorite episodes, man. The Justice League animated series.
Favorite episode. Look, so I started watching because HBO's got like the whole library of the DC animated stuff. So I just kind of started watching Justice League, the animated series, and then even more recently started watching Justice League Unlimited, which I don't like as much. But Justice League,
I was gonna say the same thing. It's not as good. It's not bad. Yeah. It's just not. It's not as good. It's not as good.
So I don't know if I can pinpoint a specific favorite episode or anything, but what I will say I really like about the show in general is how it incorporates every character equally, and then even has like dedicated specific episodes about one or two characters instead of combining the entire league. So you don't always have to have a huge level threat with like each episode. You could just kind of have episodes that pertain to particular characters. One of the specific ones that stands out for me is a true power statement of Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, and how he was able to call and control the ring when it wasn't even on his person. I thought that was really cool, and just showed how much superior he was to some of even the other Lanterns that were in that episode that couldn't do something like that. But yeah, man, I really did enjoy the series. I still haven't finished it in its entirety, but I think I'm somewhere in season 2. But it's good, man. Like the other thing,
or Unlimited,
Justice League.
Oh, okay. So you haven't in Justice League. I was gonna see you haven't gotten to the Joker episode yet, have you?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I'll save that to when you actually get to that, because that's one that I really want to talk about. That's a very good episode. You're gonna enjoy the hell out of that one. Okay. You did get to the one with Superman got tucking away on with Mongol, and when he went to that planet with Martian Manhunter.
Yes, I do believe so.
That was at least a fun one too.
So the other thing I was going to say with as regards to Superman, because I feel like every time when you have like Justice League stuff or whatever, or anything involving Superman, it's like, how do you create an issue that Superman really can't overcome? Because I feel like sometimes it's like
writers had.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like, why even bother having the rest of the Justice League there because you just got Superman? But I feel like they did a really good job with showing, especially when it starting in like the later later season 1 and early season 2, where I'm at, where they really were able to write around Superman, basically. And I say that, but like it's a bad thing, but it's not. It's like you have to figure out how to create an issue that Superman can't just easily resolve in like 2 seconds because he's Superman.
And that's what the writers were saying they had the biggest issue with, because they was like, when they did the first season, they openly admitted it, they did a bad job with Superman in the beginning of the first season, especially until towards the end, and definitely the second season they got together. But they was like, our issue was Superman's so powerful, we just made him weaker. Like, we didn't know how to write the story really without just so they basically decided we're just gonna make him weaker. And it was like, this ain't the way to go. It's like, we can't have Superman looking this weak, because there's times where you see Superman get bodied by or get beat up by people. You're just like, no, that would not happen. Like, he would body these dudes, but he's getting taking damage from these chumps. Like, come on now. So they figured it out and did a much better job in season 2. Because did you get to the Toyman episode? Well, not really the Toyman episode, but when Superman, God, it's hard to not spoil it, but
no, go ahead.
Did you get to the one where Superman got basically, it was basically looked as if he died, but he got sent to the past? No, it's sent to the future. He got sent to the future.
Yes.
Okay, that one is great, and it's interesting because it's about Vandal Savage, and I love the statement that he says, because he was like, yeah, I killed the rest of the Justice League. And he said something and brought me up to what you said about John. He was like, Lantern was the hardest one. Damn, he put up a fight. He made sure he pointed out that the hardest one to kill was the Green Lantern. And he made sure, again, he pointed out, man, he put up the toughest fight. I thought that was really cool and interesting.
Yes.
Because especially if it was a comic thing, let's call it what it is. The one who would have put up the hardest fight would have been Wonder Woman.
Okay.
It would have been straight up Wonder Woman, because she is, especially in the comics now, she is depicted as hands down like the second strongest person. If you want to look at Superman, at times she's the strongest person. But it's always a thing of Superman is always holding back. So like, no matter what, he's always holding back. Where Wonder Woman is not holding back. And I also love that episode too, because Wonder Woman was gonna kill Toyman. Like, she snapped, and like when Toyman, it looked like Superman was going. I love how when it happened, they did such a great job. All the music goes, like, you hear nothing. When Superman gets shot, the music cuts off. Everybody stops, and he looks like he's been disintegrated. Everybody pauses. Hero, villain alike. They all just pause. And the music cuts off. Only thing you hear is the raindrops. That's all you hear is the rain. And then Toyman goes, Superman, go bye-bye. And then Wonder Woman flies up, and you just see her flying towards him, tears in her eyes. And she grabs this dude, and he's like, yo, what are you about to do? And she's like, I'm going to punch a hole where your face used to be. That's what she's about to do it. The Flash stops her. And she's like, he's like, no, we don't do that. And she's like, she says something about you don't do that. I can't remember exactly what she says, but he's like, well, I'm speaking for Superman. And then she drops him. And then like that triggers in her head. She just drops Toyman. And then, you know, she holds herself, she's crying, and everything is just silence. And I'm like, damn, that's how you do it. Like, that's how you do it. And even in that episode, like, the only person who doesn't think Superman is dead is Batman.
Right.
And even eventually, even he starts to think it towards the end, where he finally, like, because he doesn't go to the funeral, but he finally, like, goes to, like, this memorial, and he's just speaking to Superman. He's just like you start to kind of see that he's starting to think, yeah, Superman is dead.
Right.
He's actually gone. Like, I don't, like, he's gone. But Batman was right, though, because he's like, in his initial thought process, he's like, well, if something gets vaporized like that, he started using science, and he's like, that doesn't seem right. The way he was vaporized doesn't seem right. It's just such a great freaking, like, that's such a good damn episode. And then to see Vandal Savage too at the end, where he's just like, with him and Superman becoming friends somehow, and he's just like, man, like, because obviously he went crazy. He's the only one left. He doomed everybody, but he's just like, I want you to fix this, Whether this kills me or not, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I just want this fixed. I was wrong.
Yeah.
It's just such a good episode, though. It shows so many good highlights. And, of course, Lobo shows up, and that's always fun.
Lobo. Who,
he shows up, and he was putting in work against the League, bro. Like, it's a fun episode. That was a good – they have so many good episodes where I just enjoyed that so much. Where you just – you don't get that anymore. You don't get that.
Right. I was going to say, like, there really wasn't an episode where I didn't like it. And I know a lot of them were in like 2-episode stories. So usually it was like part 1, part 2 for each episode. The only thing that I didn't like, they never really get the Flash correct. But other than that,
what do you mean though? Because I don't know if I agree with that. What do you mean? Because I want to things first. I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna say, did you see the episode when the Flash? No, this would have been Justice League Unlimited. I don't think you saw it yet.
Yeah, I'm like really early in Justice League Unlimited.
Okay, do you want me to say it or no?
You go ahead.
There's an episode where the Flash, and it's Orion's in the episode too. One of the new gods. He's in the episode too, and the Flash is getting basically a key to the city. Central City is going to give him his props in a day for the Flash Day.
Okay.
And he wants to have the original Justice League go with him. But when he shows up, Superman's out taking care of something. Everybody's going instead of Batman. And he's nudging towards Batman to go. And he sees that he puts his head down. He's like, damn it, Batman's not going to go. And Batman's just like, what time? And he tells Tom he's all happy and stuff. You didn't see that episode?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, before I go any further, what did you not like about Flash?
So with Justice League, I don't know. The Flash was just kind of almost treated like a joke. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I understand he was like the comic relief a little bit. They never really show him going faster than any of the other characters. I mean, they have him as a blur. I know it's a little harder to do as a cartoon, but they kind of have him as a blur sometimes, but he never really goes faster than the other characters. It's just kind of implied that he is fast. And it's just he's never really developed at all. So a lot of the other characters are developed. They have their own thing. They got their own stories. But he's just kind of not really a Flash highlight. Okay. What about the episode when the Flash was the only one who didn't get corrupted by or turned the crystal? Did you see the episode with the crystal that broke apart and anybody who would touch it would be possessed by the crystal? Mm-mm. Okay, that's one you need to see because that's a Flash episode and that's really good. But real quick to the limited one. Yeah. When they go through that day, this is why they did a great job with the Flash. The Flash take care of his villains and blah blah blah. Orion is, he's technically the son of Darkseid, but he was on the High Father side because of the trade or whatever. But he's more serious, right? So he even says to Batman, he's like, man, how did you let that buffoon talk you into this? And then Batman just looks at him. Now, keep in mind, this is a god. And Batman looks at my man, and it's basically, you're coming now, too. And Batman forces him to come. And it's kind of funny. But anyway, in the episode, Batman, some of the Flash's villains is trying to take the Flash out. So the Flash goes to a bar where he knows the villains show up. He goes to this bar, and it's so funny when Batman, Flash, and Orion walk through the door, the villains are just sitting there, and they all scatter away. They kind of run away, so Batman and them don't get them. It's funny. But anyway, he goes in there, and Batman and Orion's trying to, force one of the villains to tell what's going on, where the other ones are, what's happening. And Flash is like, yo, cut that out. Stop. He sits the dude down. He sits right next to him. He's like, yo, you're wearing the suit again. And he's like, oh my God, I am. And he's like, you're off your meds. And he's like, I don't want to take them. And Flash talks to this dude as a human being. And he's like, yo,
after this is over, you tell me what's going on. I'll play darts with you, but you got to go back to the mental place right now. You need some help. And Flash convinced him to do that, and he's like, all right, cool. And he tells him what's going on. Flash is leaving. He's like, yo, don't you need to take this? He's like, oh, yo, when you finish your drink, go back to the place. He's like, no problem. You got me again, Flash. You see in that episode, Flash is, even to the villains, he treats them like Batman don't treat his villains like that.
No.
He treats his villains like humans. And he even, all the people in the city, he knows their names. Like he's running through the streets and stuff, and he's talking to them with their names. It's showing the difference between Flash and even Superman. As great as a beacon of hope Superman is, Superman does not know the names of every person in that city, in the metropolis. He does not.
No, of course not.
The Flash does. He's like talking to these people. He's running past people. Hey, I'm gonna go. Hey, I'll help you, Mary. Go do this, and Alicia, whatever. He's naming these people, and it does a great job of showing the difference between the Flash and everybody else. Like you got to see that episode because it really will. It will show you that, oh man, maybe they got this, and especially that, but also the episode with that crystal, because there is a scene at the end where Superman flat out is like, yo, I'm not fast enough, but Flash is. Like that episode is good. Like those episodes do show they know how to handle Flash too.
Okay. Final Dragon says, nah, bro. He told him, remember, tonight is Jello night and checkers at the home.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, Batman on those shows, dude, like it always cracks me up because he's just always just unnecessarily gritty. Like
he's Batman.
Yeah, like it's almost at like a ridiculous level where it's just like, bro, you just like he comes out of like the hospital or whatever, and he's just like, he's all serious. He's just like straight back to business. But like, you need to rest. He's like, I need to do this over here. And it's just like, okay, Batman, whatever you say, bro. Like, yeah, or like anyone who ever tries to help him, and he's just like, no, fuck you. It's just, that always cracks me. So I'll just be laughing. I've also been recently watching a lot of Batman Beyond again.
Yes,
which I fucking love. Oh my gosh, yeah, Terry McGinnis is a great Batman.
Bro, I told you that's my favorite Batman, bro, and I love me some Bruce Wayne. Don't get it twisted, but Terry McGinnis, I just always like. Maybe it's because growing up, me and you growing up in the '90s and shit, and he was like DC's version to Spider-Man in a lot of ways. They definitely made it to counteract that in a lot of ways. Stuff made the future, but he's smart aleck. He does all that shit. Like growing up with that and watching him was like, yeah, that's my Batman in a way, Like I'm a big, I love Terry McGinnis. That's my guy. Like that's my dude.
And I mean, it pretty much is just like you said. He is like the Spider-Man of the DC universe because he's young. He's in high school. He's got this alternate identity. He's got the girlfriend trouble that he deals with.
Yep.
And then he is just like a smart ass all the time when he's in the suit. Even to Bruce, he's such a smart ass. Like he really is. So I've really been enjoying going back and rewatching Batman Beyond as well. It's just to have it on in the background. Even it's just like it cracks me up so much to watch him do his antics.
And just another thing too. Again, if you're okay with me telling you one of my favorite
Go
Batman
ahead.
moments. Okay, it's a moment in like basically it's really weird because I think it's the final episode of Justice League Unlimited, but it's technically tying up into the Batman Beyond thing. Though it's basically a Batman Beyond episode. It's really weird, but anyway, it's a scene where Amanda Wallace is telling the story of why Terry McGinnis had to be Batman and what steps she took to make sure that happened. And she was like, the first time she really, because she hated Batman at first, but then she learned to respect him. And then she learned to like really, really respect him. But she was like, one of the moments that really like solidated that was a moment where, was it Ace? It was one of the members of the Royal Flush Gang. It was a little girl and her powers was reality warping. So she was fucking everything up. And she
not 10, right? Because 10 is who Terry is
No, not 10, not 10. It's a little girl. You're gonna see her in that Joker episode I was talking about. It's the same little girl. Okay. So you're gonna see her eventually. But I can't remember if she was Ace in that or if she was something. I can't remember her what card she was. I cannot remember that. It's angering me that I can't. But anyway, and it's literally gonna come to me as soon as this fucking podcast is over, like always.
Of course.
But her powers is going crazy. She's messing everything up, and Batman goes in there alone. And they give him this weapon that would it would kill her. And he goes in there and he gets through all the craziness and he sees her just swinging. And what led to this outbreak is the fact that she's going to die very soon. And she's freaking out. And Batman goes to her and he's like, she looks at him, she's scared. And he has the weapon and she's like, he like throws it down and she's like, yeah, I knew you were never going to use it. And he was like, why? And she was like, I read your mind. You never had any intentions of hurting me, unlike everybody else. And then she was like, can you sit with me? And he sits down and he's like, you're going to die. And she's like, I know. And that's what led to all this happening. And she just sits there and she's like, will you please sit with me until this happens? Like, will you play with me? And he's like, yeah. And he sits there, and then eventually everything starts to go back to normal. And you just see Batman coming out the woods carrying her dead body, and he's saying nothing. And he takes her, and like you see, like it was a moment where he sat there and he played with her and stayed with her until she died. Mm-hmm. And like that was just such a great Batman moment. Like that was a really cool moment. And it was sad, but it was a really cool moment. And that's when Amanda Rawlins saw it too and was like, we need a Batman. Like, we have to have a Batman. And then that's what led to her eventually doing everything in her power to basically clone Batman, which eventually led to how Terry McGinnis came around. So it's really, really cool. And you don't get that stuff anymore. Like, you don't get what they did back then now. You just don't get it. Mm-hmm. When they even try to do these different shows, like some of the Spider-Man shows that came out over the years, they don't hit as good as the 90s Spider-Man or as Batman's and the Superman stuff because they really focus heavily on telling stories in a way that made sense to the anime and to the comics too. And now it's more of just like 100% merch sales. Yeah. It's a totally different feel and a totally different thing of how they tell their stories now.
Do we even have like a modern superhero animated series like from Marvel or DC? I mean, I know we have like
Spider-Man ones. There's some Avengers ones.
We have like
one too. There's like Hulk and his friends and crap like that.
But I don't know if I would count Teen Titans Go as a quality.
Don't you ever in your life even hint at counting Teen Titan Go as any of that. We had Teen Titans. Teen Titans Go is an abomination that should have never came out.
So this just in.
Yeah.
Black Santa's favorite show in the whole world.
Swear to God, James, don't you even play that, dude. I swear to God, James.
No, but I mean, seriously.
I'm going to remember this moment if you say those words, and the first thing I do when I see you, I'm going to kick you right in the dick.
Well, damn.
I'll
be trying to set up my wall in Greenville, and he's just going to kick me right in the nuts. I'm just going to the whole rest of the weekend just doubled over.
Yep.
Holding my dick. I'll be looking like a pervert out here at Comic-Con.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yep. No, but I mean, honestly, are there like any decent animated shows from Marvel or DC that are out right now? Final Dragon says, that's right. Tell me Black Santa, I was about to slide you my shank.
Oh my God.
Now I'm getting shanked. I'm getting kicked in the dick and shanked at the same time. That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question, but really quick. When he said shake, that reminded me of I was watching the Kill and Peel episode on my lunch break, and it was the one where they was doing like the Puerto Rican gangster did not want to sit down. Have you seen that one?
Which one is this?
It was all a group. It was supposed to be like Puerto Rican gangsters, and they was getting together on a meeting, and one of them he did not want to sit down. I think it was called Carlos, but he didn't want to sit down.
Okay.
And like, it's funny because if you actually watching the episode, if you pay attention, the reason why he didn't want to sit down, because at first everybody got a seat and he was trying to get one, but when everybody else got one, he got like kind of like, damn, everybody sitting down. You know, he got like whatever. You know how that can happen sometimes. He's like, I don't want to look soft. So, you know, he went up and he just kind of hooded up, and it was like, yo, somebody get him a seat. No, I don't want to sit down. Sit down's for pussies. He's like, what? But eventually the table breaks. And he's like, see, we should have just been sitting down. Somebody help him. He's like, nah, I'll just lay here. It was like, what? He's like, nah, I'll just lay here. It's good. It's cool. Getting up for pussies. He's like, they're like, no. But eventually they're like, oh my God, Carlos, you're bleeding. And he's been shanked. And they're like, Carlos, you're shanked. He's like, nah, I'm good. They're like, yo, we got to remove that. He's like, nah, but moving that's for pussies, Holmes. And he eventually dies. They're like, oh my God. And his ghost shows up. And they're like, yo, dude, Carlos, get back in your body. He's like, nah, man. Your body's for pussies, Holmes. Nah, good. And then like the Kevin Gates fall down. They're like, yo, Carlos, that's heaven. Go home. He's like, nah. Heaven's for pussies. And they're like, oh God, that reminded me of that shit. That shit was so funny, yo.
What did I watch? I recently saw something Key and Peele pop up. I think it was the one where the one with they're comparing their hats or whatever, like whose is fresh, whose is like the freshest. Oh my God, dude, I forgot how fucking funny those skits were. That shit cracked me up again. It's just like he comes out with the nice hat, and the other dude's got the hat with the tags and the stickers on it still. And so he comes back out with like in the bag still with a receipt. Oh my God. It's just fucking so fucking funny. It just goes all the way up to like a glass case. Them all,
but yet a new episode of show that I haven't seen yet. I'm like, damn, how did I miss this one? They did so much shit.
They did a lot. They did a lot for sure.
They did.
Oh my God.
To answer your question though.
But to answer your question.
I other than maybe I've heard good things about the Avengers one, but in terms of it's still nowhere near the quality as what we used to get. But nah, man, there just haven't been any real good ones. Definitely modern, no. And it's sad. It just shows how like different and how what storytelling is now to what it was back then. Like they cared more. Yeah. And now the biggest thing is like, let's just make sure it looks good. And their main focus is merchandise sales. It's not the greatness of the stories anymore. And it sucks.
That does suck. That does suck. All right. Well, we will end it with a trailer that we have to watch this Penguin teaser trailer. And I haven't seen it. I didn't even know it was out. Apparently it came out last week. I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
So
really?
I
didn't hear about it.
And then like, what does it say here? 6 days ago it came out. Yeah. So it did come out last week. I haven't heard shit about it until today. So we're going to go ahead and share it and see what we think.
Okay. Right. Damn, I didn't hear nothing about this.
This is one of those moments you gotta ask yourself, what kind of life do I want? The world ain't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. This Carmine Falco's right hand. Try to push me out. Whoa, hey! You ain't seen what I can do. If you step out of line, even once, I'll gut you like a goddamn fish. Can you imagine the people saying my name on the streets after you're gone? Have it mean something? The new kingpin of Gotham.
Okay.
All right.
Really didn't reveal too much, but you know.
Yeah, it's a teaser, so you can't expect too much, right?
Little teaser. Colin Farrell looking good as always. I mean,
Yep.
he's always going to kill whatever role he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with it. But one thing that does worry me, it says that where it had like a little word thing that said the Batman saga, because now it's going to be like, now we're going to have this Matt Reeves Batman in its own universe.
Which is still weird.
Of like the rest of the shit that now James Gunn is doing with DC.
That is so weird. I still to this day don't understand why he decided to do that. Like, it made no sense when he came out doing that little interview thing. He's like, yeah, that's going to be his own continuity. It has nothing. It's not going to be connected to our stuff at all. I'm like, but why though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not just use him as your Batman?
I know Dragon says, throws the horse head on the bed. This is for the Penguin. God,
yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. But
an offer that he can't refuse. Yeah, I don't know, because like I really liked the Batman movie. Yeah. This looks like it's going to be pretty much the same kind of like slow burn crime drama series, so I'm down for that for sure, especially with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Like, I think that would be a really good show. I mean, you would have to try to fuck that up, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm down for that too, but it's just like, but now that's its own thing. So now, no matter what else we got going on, we're gonna have another new Batman. We're gonna have, other stuff going on that doesn't pertain to what's in, this cool world that we have established here. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Because that's the one thing the one issue I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of them introducing like Batman and Damian just like that. I was like, why would you introduce Damian so soon? Like, just like that. That's the first Batman movie? I just think that's weird.
Wait, what?
The first Batman movie is going to be with him and Damian.
Wait, did we talk about that?
Yeah. No, I don't know if we specifically talked about it, but we didn't. It was mentioned because we was breaking it all down.
Damn, I don't remember that at all. Wait. Yeah, that shit don't make sense at all.
Right.
So we're getting like a real late stage Batman that's already dealt with some shit and has Damian.
Right. I thought that was so weird that they was like he was so happy about that. And I was just like, but why are we doing Damian?
I mean, I like Damian, but
I love Damian. But I'm like, why are we doing that?
That's how we're starting.
We're with a first Superman, and then we're going straight to the Batman and Damian? Like, I'm missing something here? I'm so confused.
What is the Superman movie going to be? Because God, I know how everyone jokes about the fucking Spider-Man like origin stories, but if we get another fucking Superman origin story, I am not going to watch that shit.
I'm concerned about that one because that's going to be the big thing. Because here's the thing. If that movie sucks, it sets up a bad, like it basically, James Gunn is screwed. If the Superman movie sucks, everybody's going to just completely assume the rest of it's going to be garbage too, considering how bad DC's reputation in the cinematic universe is as of now. It's just going to be bad. And again, let's call it what it is. Hey, I didn't mind Black Adam, but a lot of people hated it. Black Adam didn't do good. Shazam did terrible. Like, it's continuing that trend of DC movies just sucking. The last Wonder Woman sucked. That did bad. It's continuing that. So if this movie bombs, it's done. He might as well just quit already. Because I'm sorry, I don't think he can recover if this movie does bad.
The Batman did good. Right? The Batman did good.
The Batman did good, yeah.
James Gunn's Suicide
Maybe that's
Squad.
The only one recently, really. The Shazam one was okay, but in the grand scheme of things, that movie didn't do that great financially. It didn't do good at all in the grand scheme of things at all. Because people was like, the movie, because there was many people was like, financially looking at it, why are y'all making a second one?
Yeah, I'm with that.
So this movie got to do good. If it don't, I'm serious. I don't think he's recovering from it. It's gonna go bad.
The first Shazam movie made $370 million. in the box office, so not great.
No, it didn't.
I mean, good, but not great.
No, but I'm talking about in terms of like what you wanted. No, that's why a lot of people was like, "Why are you making a second one?" Financially looking at it, people was like, they didn't think it did good enough to even do a part 2. And then, of course, this movie completely bombed. And it's okay.
The Batman movie did well.
Yeah,
the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie did well.
But it's not completely but it did well.
The Peacemaker show on HBO did very well.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some positives recently for DC, but like you said, Black Adam, not great.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam 2, not great.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Anything else?
Wonder
Woman 2, not great. I am assuming Aquaman 2 is not going to be great. The Flash, who knows what the fuck's going to happen with that? That's soon. We'll find out real quick.
It's just scary because when you said Aquaman one, remember recently it came out that when they did a private streaming, it did bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this dude out here fucking dolphins? Like, who cares?
I don't think that's what we're gonna see in the movie,
but that's all the movie's about, bro.
This dude's just kissing a dolphin. I'm like, bro, what's up?
This dude's out here talking about cleaning the plastic out of oceans, and while he's fucking a dolphin, it just doesn't make any sense for DC to be putting out this movie.
Yeah, it does not. It does not make any sense.
Although, in some positive news, I know this is just silly, but like they apparently have discovered or developed a fungi that can consume plastic over, I think it said like 100 days ish. So that is a positive that we can hope for. You know, get some of them rings out of the ocean, so when you're fucking the dolphin, it's not got its head or beak caught in one of those like 6-pack rings.
It would make Aquaman very happy. Yes,
Aquaman's happy, bro. Look, Jason Momoa is good. He's so happy he turned into Lobo. It's crazy.
I was about to say something like that. Yeah, he's so happy he's gonna be Lobo now.
He's like, man, I'm so happy I need to turn into someone angry.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for the ability to actually start turning us into people like freaking Lobo. You know, monsters out here, bro.
The Lobo comics are just like some of the most absurd things I've ever looked at.
Oh yeah, I mean, think about it.
Oh my god,
he killed an entire race.
Yeah, dude is just absolutely wild.
For a project, like a school project, basically. This is crazy. Lobo's awesome. Lobo's freaking awesome, bro.
Oh my gosh,
I love Lobo. He's freaking great. I mean, it's always funny when they're like, "Well, who has a better healing factor, him or Wolverine?"
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the era and the story, but overall, Lobo. Because like Lobo, you basically have to Majin Buu him from Dragon Ball, where you have to destroy every single cell, like every single part. You have to everything. If a tiniest thing is good there, Buu will come back, and it's basically the same way with Lobo. You have to destroy every single cell. Like nothing can be left at all. Everything has to be completely evaporated. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Wolverine had that craziness in some of the early stories and when they, plot. But nowadays, overall, Lobo has a much better healing factor.
Yeah, and he's like immortal, basically, because of that.
Yeah, because of that, he's completely immortal. Yeah, he can't be killed. Yeah. He's not aging anymore. He's what he's going to be. He's never going to get old. And yeah, he can't be killed because of that. Yeah, because of that, he will always just be Lobo. He will always be there.
He's just I'm Lobo. Here I am.
Yeah. Get used to me. He ain't going to play obnoxious. He's completely obnoxious. He's funny as hell, though.
Oh, he is very funny. It is all. That's why I was saying it's always amusing to like skim through some Lobo comics.
Yes.
The most absurd shit that you'll ever read.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Oh man. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. But we will be back not on next Tuesday, but I think next Wednesday.
Okay.
Because we do have a scheduling thing going on. But I'll let you know what's going on. But hit that like button if you're still with us. We appreciate it. Whether you're live or on the replay, smash it, mash it, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you next week at some point. I don't think it's definitely not going to be Tuesday, but we'll catch you either Monday, Wednesday. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see you as always. Stay villainous.